I'm so glad everyone stopped by because I have a wonderful treat for everybody. Someone decided to commission me for an Espeon piece, and since everyone seemed to enjoy my Dragonair piece so well, I decided to make a video on how I made it. So this video is going to show the Espeon that I made for the very first time, so yay! Let's get started. Okay, to start, I have the pattern for the fabric all cut out. I'm going to be using this as a guide to help me make a wireframe for the piece. The wire I used to make the wireframe is a 14 gauge wire, and you can probably get it at most hardware stores. I don't believe you can find this wire at a craft store. Once I get measurements for the wire and I cut it out, I'm then going to form it into a similar shape as the pattern I'm going to use later to cut the fabric out. I'm using 20 gauge wire to put all the pieces of the wireframe together. You can get 20 gauge wire at basically any craft store, so it's pretty easy to find. After I have the wireframe put together, I'm going to then start on the clay. I'm going to start by sculpting out Espeon's face. For the gem on the forehead, I'm using a piece of colored glass. For making the feet, I'm going to start with making the paw pads first. Once the paw pads are sculpted, I'm then going to bake them in the oven for a little bit. I set the oven to 275 Fahrenheit, and I'll probably put them in for about 30 minutes. Once your little paw pads have been baked all the way through, and cooled of course, you can then glue them to your wire frame and start building the rest of the foot up around the wire and the paw pad themselves. After all the sculpting is done, I'm going to reset my oven for 275 again, Fahrenheit, and bake all the clay pieces for about 50 minutes. Once all your clay pieces have been baked and cooled, you can then start on all the painting. After you're done and the paint is all dried, you can then put a layer of resin on the pieces and let them sit overnight. Now for the fabric. I took my pattern and I cut everything out ahead of time so you can see all the different fabric pieces that we're going to use. To start, I'm going to sew the neck to the front part of the body and then add the back legs to the waist of the creature. Once the body is all sewn together, I can then sew the inside of the legs to the outer part of the legs. For the tail, I've sewn up one side, and now I need to flip the fabric so that the fur is on the outside and I can continue sewing up the rest of the tail. Once the clay pieces are finished, along with most of the sewing, I can now put the body together. I'm going to start by gluing the face to the wire frame. I can then glue the fur for the neck around the face. I'm then going to sew up the neck and stuff it as I go. And now I can glue the fur for the legs to the feet. Now I'm going to sew up the first set of legs and make sure I stuff them as I go. I'm going to do the same thing with the back legs, gluing the fur to the feet and sewing those all the way up as well, making sure to stuff the body and the legs as I go through the body. Okay, now that Espeon is all sewn up, I just need to give her a good little shaving since she's really fluffy right now. Once all of her fur is under control, I just need to give her a pair of ears and to give her the little fur tufts that she's known to have. For her ears, since they're so big, I'm going to have to give them a wire frame. I'll take my 20 gauge wire and glue it along the back side of the felt, and then I glue the felt to the fur. Doing this helps them stay up nicely like they're supposed to. For the fur tufts, I'm going to glue the two pieces of fabric together instead of sewing them. This will give them a little bit more firmness so that they stick out better. Okay, and here we are, cute little Espeon, ready to head off to her new home. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. That'll be it for this video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't done that already. And also, if you guys are interested in getting a commission by me as well, I will leave a link down below to my Etsy shop, and you guys can message me on there. Okay, you guys have a wonderful day now. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!